Shout out to Key Man for kicking up this beat right hand. Shout out to Kadar. Yeah, this is the one right hand. 370 bars of fire. Fire. Live. 370 bars. Live. Taking you to the ninth dimension. The star scene. Kahan Tazadaq, so new said it. Feel this right here. 370 bars. That's how we want it. To all you out there that's been inflicted by commerce, commercial warfare, that true disciples of Christ. The infliction of commerce, the game of commerce and how to play it. Secure your party. Freedom from behind bars. So you know it's the plug. This is Tazadaq Doctrine. Tazadaq Doctrine. Y'all. Red pill right now. Shout out to my man Virgil Long and commercial warfare. Holding it down. Those over Kahan Tazadaq's books. Go and get them, man. www.truedisciplesofchrist.org/shop. Feel these lyrics for her. Everybody. Taking you to a different realm. Ninth dimension. 370 bars of fire. Spitting life. 370 bars of fire. Spitting life. 370 bars of fire. Spitting life. From man-made depression back into my rim of starseed. Kahan Tazadaq. 360 degrees. This is Tazadaq with a brain freeze. I digress. Yet my frame remains indivisible. When I extend my mental into the metaphysical. I'm immortal. Beyond this physical rim. Beyond that which your five senses can comprehend. New height. Beyond what any dollar is able to spend. I range immortal times infinity. I have no end. Starseed. I'm the essence from which all matter begins. And tab from atoms to atom. Asiatic, Israelite man. Damn, I walk, eat, talk, and eat like an earthling. Materialize from dirt then. I have descend from the ninth dimension. No starseed. I spiritually converse with angels that many refer to as spacemen. My thoughts feed those spiritually hungry and those in mental need. Literally beyond that which this mortal world could realize or see. Yahuwah bless my intellect to exceed biblically that of the Sadducees and Pharisees. Processing thoughts from my galactical mind and heart at a supersonic speed. I enter the realm of other galaxies. Central talented agencies try to alienate me from our astonishing Israelite history. Because I am a true believer, I'm like an alien to this foreign wicked kingdom of either immigration and homeland security. Treat me like I need a visa. Waiting on T-Dot next album to drop like the second coming of Jesus. 370 bars of fire. Spitting lifer. 370 bars of fire. Spitting lifer. 370 bars of fire. Spitting lifer. That's why I physically have supplanted a seed that my rib will now conceive and proceed to breed. Because the federal GOV wants to. Con, this is the one right here. 370 bars of fire. Spitting lifer. Kahan Tazadaq, so you know what said. This is your who's what. That's how we want it. T-Doc Recordings, man. Tazadaq. Google Kahan Tazadaq, man. This is the real right here, man. Bringing back true hip-hop, man. Got something to say? Most of that stuff these millennials pushing up is pure garbage, man. Not to disgrace the youth, man, but real hip-hop right here, man. This is hip-hop for real, man. This is true hip-hop, man. T-Doc, this is fire right here, man. True hip-hop, man. 370 bars, from the heart. True message. 370 bars of fire. Spitting lifer. Kahan Tazadaq, so you know who said it. Starseed. Feel this right here. Shout out to my man Virgil Long in Staten Island. Shout out to Kadar for all the hooks, man. Real nigga recognized, real, man. Shout out to my man Pierce, man. Fire! 370 bars of fire. Spitting lifer. 370 bars of fire. Spitting lifer. From man-made depression back into my room of starseed. Kahan Tazadaq. 360 degrees. I leave E with a brain freeze. I digress. Yet my frame remains indivisible. When I extend my mental into the metaphysical. Beyond this physical rim, beyond that which your five senses could comprehend, beyond which any dollar is able to spend. I range immortal times infinity. I have no end. Starseed, I'm the essence from which all matters begin. I live tab from atoms to atom. Asiatic, Israelite man. Damn, I walk, eat, and talk like an earthling. Materialized from dirt then. I have descended from the ninth dimension. No cap, I spiritually converse filled with angels that many refer to as spacemen. My thoughts feed those spiritually hungry and those in mental need, literally. Beyond that which this mortal world could realize or even see. Yahuwah bless my intellect to exceed biblically that of the Sadducees and Pharisees. Processing my galactical mind and heart at a supersonic speed. I enter the realm of other galaxies, central intelligent agencies trying to alienate me from my astonishing history. Because I'm a true believer, I am like an alien to this foreign wicked kingdom of evil. Immigration and homeland security treats me like I need a visa. You're waiting for T-Dot next album to drop like the second coming of Jesus. It's true hip-hop I had. True hip-hop, real hip-hop I had. 370 bars of fire, spitting lava. 370 bars of fire, spitting lava. So physically I need to supplant a seed that my red world can see and proceed to breathe. Because the federal GOV wants to eliminate me with COVID-19, hepatitis C and HIV, or mental side, or program us with a brainwashing college degrees that has not taught us how to set our minds free. Because the truth that I speak, they want to physically bring an end to me. Parents, please feed these words to our young babies. See, I'm an immortal times infinity. I'm the remainder of all my enemies. From energy, we believe our beautiful babies will master cosmology. I write non-fiction because I only deal with ontology. I am Christ-like. I try to live life like the supreme being. Glance at me and Allah is what you see. I am speaking spiritually, not in 3D, because spirits one cannot see. But I know that you feel me. I am quite like a trinity, often like liquid, like lyrics are addicted like cocaine, and decompose like a gas, then like a vapor, exit this earthly plane to mentally, spiritually meet with angelic beings, thus breeding thoughts that provoke most celestials to brain freeze, standing upright, reflecting Christ at ease. I compose thoughts that Yahuwah chose, standing in a cipher upright in a holy white robe, and thoughtos that are froze at negative 32 degrees. Negro, please absorb these poetic verses at least. Take heed to this, to those of you that can manage before your cognitive dissonance will result in psychological damage, to squeeze it into your subliminal. Before the thought that you start to create, flee the scene like an escaped criminal. Mine is ultra bright, quite like a mystery. I am highly suspensional. Although you see me here in three-dimensional, I converse with the unseen on a higher plane. My light ignites like a lightning strike at a man holding electric wires and a stick of dynamite in the rain. I transform from solid brolic and into a beam and into your dream. I am heard, felt, and seen. I mean, really diverse nations fill me. Doctors, lawyers, scientists, thugs, gangsters, they all come out just to hear me. Christ-like, some even want to kneel to me for the real, to be ill. Still feel me? 370 balls of fire, spitting lava. 370 balls of fire, spitting lava. Some even want to kill me, hindered only by that which I choose not to bring into creation. Raise you from a dead level to a living perpendicular, but I'm not a Mason. I descend from the seed of Jacob, so the nations are hating. Although you may not know, we are research like spacemen, political figures in Oval Offices debating. Black Latino people, we are strong. We formed from atoms to atom. So much melanin in our skin, the heathen wants to know what happened. While they are researching, we need to be relapsing. Back when we were packed in, trapped in slave ships, but now we're just singing, playing sports, dancing and rapping. No reparations, but the enemies are still plotting, committing crimes, then hide their hands and escape like Osama bin Laden, keeping us at the bottom of this modernized Sodom, controlled by crooks. They research our genetics, but after one looks, they discover blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are complex like hieroglyphic textbooks. Still, we are waiting to exhale from the pressure of an urban ghetto hell. We yearn to escape this illuministic matrix. You can either follow the light of Christ or the crooked path of agnostic and atheist. No time for passive this. This message is nearly over. What will you do after this? I tell you to repent like I'm John the Baptist. Thus, from this point on, we could never allow the devil to trap our kids. Daily, I battle his just to live in harmony with my wisdom. Dumbness beat my people down like a bass drum. We forgot where we come from. Just relate to the Bronx, Brooklyn, Cali, Chicago, DC, Baltimore, or Harlem. While we are waiting for the sun to come to rule this evil kingdom, our black boys catch cases and die young because satanic world rulers talk with a forked tongue. That's why I teach my sons how our ancestors was hung. They won't be deceived by none. Justice will be done. My niggas, N-E-G-U-S. You don't have to be nervous. I am the one that have spoken. My mind is the gun that leaves sparks after. The mathematical verbiage starts political laughter. They decided that I am one that they must go after. My words cause a shock factor. I am a historical master. Form right angles like a protractor. Wiser than a sage. Christ-like, by the way. They introduce you to new age. I am highly favored by Yahuwah. Replenish our people with new ways. Secured party creditor. Refuse to fall back because I fast and pray and look forward to better days. We are not niggas. That is what Edomites made. But I'm telling my people that Yahweh Shai still saves in these last days. Under all of this duress, I still walk emotionless as my people get picket signs and protest. I teach right knowledge and meet the press and speak like there's an S on my chest, because when they attempt to oppress, I just digress. There it is, 360, 70 bars of fire, spit life. Kahan Tazadaq, so you know who said it. T-Doc Recordings, that's how we want it. Con, this is the one right here. 370 bars of fire. Spitting lifer. Kahan Tazadaq, so you know what said it. This is your who's one. That's how we want it. T-Doc Recordings, man. Tazadaq. Google Kahan Tazadaq, man. This is the real right here, man. Bringing back true hip-hop, man. Got something to say? Most of that stuff these millennials pushing up is pure garbage, man. Not to disgrace the youth, man, but real hip-hop right here, man. This is hip-hop for real, man. This is true hip-hop, man. T-Doc Recordings, man. Kahan Tazadaq. This is fire right here, man. True hip-hop, man. 370 bars from the heart. True message. 370 bars of fire. Spitting lifer. Kahan Tazadaq, so you know who said it. Star C. Feel this right here. Shout out to my man Virgil Lawn in Staten Island. Shout out to Kadar for all the hooks, man. Real nigga recognized, real man.
Chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
Employed by Yahweh, I've been on my
get
job.
Your hard hat.
Ezekiel prophesied
Just got hired by the Most High. Get your hard hat and your sword. Let's go.
Evacuating. Russia steady bombing. We getting closer and closer. Signs of thy coming. Employed by Yahweh, I've been on my job. Ezekiel prophesied about God, give me God. Ukraine evacuating. Russia steady bombing. We getting closer and closer. Signs of thy coming.
In the midst of a biblical town referred to as Bethlehem, Mary had a little lamb. Ignorant people shall call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people. Joseph, take the son which Mary did conceive, and flee into the gates of Egypt, until the wicked King Herod is deceased, and no longer Caesar. The Pharaoh initiates a vicious death decree. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by the prophet Jeremiah. In Ramah, lamentations and weeping as loud as thunder. Rachel weeping for her children and would not be comforted because they were not. Out here in 2022, carrying the burden of murdering the children of Yahuwah with gunshots, selling their souls to Baal and crystal meth and other trap spots. Make your move, my dude, because the game don't stop. Degenerated from apostles to Crips and Bloods to Vato Locos to Vex blocks, slinging rocks, and many will not stop until death knocks on their door in the uniforms of brutality of police officers that employ wicked man-made laws who have come to throw the souls of another young black or Latino boy into the judicial system of Lucifer. His mother asked the beast, why you so abusive? The pigs lose it. Next day, New York Post front page exclusive. They render us expendable men and women. Society considers us used to it, and we've gotten too used to it. Orgy spreading more disease. I foresee more war before me. Spiritual wickedness to lower me. The economy is stunning. The signs of thy coming. The signs of thy coming. Second coming of Yahusha. Revelations 19:11. You better repent before that sky crack and that woolly hat black man returns.
Employed by Yahweh, I've been on my job. Ezekiel prophesied about God, give me God. Ukraine evacuating. Russia steady bombing. We getting closer and closer. Signs of thy coming. Employed by Yahweh, I've been on my job. Ezekiel prophesied about God, give me God. Ukraine evacuating. Russia steady bombing. We getting closer and closer. Signs of thy coming.
Change the scene as we travel over the Long Island Expressway into Jamaica, Queens. Here it seems liberty, justice, and freedom is still just a Dr. King dream. NYPD lets 50 shots ring. When Sean Bell fell, I heard the death angel sing. The police are dirty, the government is filthy. I was startled when the verdict was not guilty. 3 detectives go free. Your souls from the death hole of religion of Christianity, where they worship Caesar as the Almighty. It's idolatry to worship the same man that taught you to eat chitterlings and ham. A mistaken identity. Tell them I am that I am. His name is pronounced from the Credence Dictionary in the 4-letter Tetragrammaton. YHWH, not Yahweh.
Employed by Yahweh, I've been on my job. Ezekiel prophesied about God, give me God. Ukraine evacuating. Russia steady bombing. We getting closer and closer. Signs of thy coming. Employed by Yahweh, I've been on my job. Ezekiel prophesied about God, give me God. Ukraine evacuating. Russia steady bombing. We getting closer and closer. Signs of thy coming.
The Lamb lives in me. That's why the FBI and GOV harasses me like Pharisees. But like masonry, my temple was raised by Yahuwah amazingly. Of David's seeds, I be the son of one of carpentry. The prophecy, the temple would be destroyed in 70 AD. Israel would be spread all over the earth in captivity. Of course, to see how he was crucified and resurrected in 3. Now he lives within me from a heavenly abide. On the right hand side of Yah, I am standing firm, praying, holding holy hands high, patiently awaiting the second coming of Yahweh Shah. I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, baptizing with the water of the spoken word. You heard? I am Yahweh's lyricist. My countenance express their seriousness. Satan's angels I expose as people watch the spirit descend upon me like a dove. You might have heard of me because I already was. In the beginning was the word. word is bond, and bond is life, which is the light of men, which shineth in the dark, and the darkness comprehended it not. For them to understand the parable, everywhere I go, I tell Pharaoh, thus saith Yahuwah, let my people go into a city, say to such a man, the master said, his time to return shall be soon at hand. Watch, pray for the return of the Son of Man. Orgies spreading more disease, I foresee more war before me. Spiritual wickedness attempting to lower me. The economy is stunning. The signs of that coming. The signs of that coming. Yo, get your hat up, get your hard hat and sword. We're implored by Yahweh. Let's go. Let's go, man. This is truth music. This is truth music, man. Stop pretending. If you pump faking,
employed by Yahweh. I've been on my job. Ezekiel prophesied about God, you make God. Ukraine evacuating. Russia steady bombing. We getting closer and closer. Signs of that coming. Employed by Yahweh. I've been on my job. Ezekiel prophesied about God, you make God. Ukraine evacuating. Russia steady bombing. We getting closer and closer. Signs of that coming.
Watch out. Stay prayed up.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be?
Yeah, this is truth music, Firehead. You said you wanted it? We're giving it to you. Truth music, George Center. That's how we want it. T-Doc Recordings.
In your fashion, I found power. Hallowed be thy name. His word will never change. I'm talking about yesterday, tomorrow, and today. It remains the same.
Kadash High Shamka Yahweh, 60 abandoned your Torah, 48 laws of power made from Satan's flower. Render them dead, I heard and was sent to preach this word. Our daily bread fed to the multitude. That's who I'm talking to. This straight and narrow path you should be walking to. You're deterred by sinners that be mocking you. Once you're in the spirit, there ain't no stopping you. Kadash High Shamka, it's true. Holy be thy name.
Kadash High Shamka, Yahweh. In your fashion, I found power. Hallowed be thy name. His word will never change. I'm talking about yesterday, tomorrow, and today. It remains the same.
Kadash High Shamka, Edomite women love chocolate. Treats me like I'm Willy Wonka. One time, pulled up to my bumper. Get out, boy, walk the line. Tell him to address me as Kahan. Khan, am I being fined for traveling under the influence? Precept upon precept, got him reaching for his 9. He said freeze, his Glock froze. By Hashem, Hamashiach, got a web around me like Job. Undaunted, upright, is how we stand. Men of the Lord on all 10 toes. Let me give you the conclusion so that you can understand the full duty of man. Fear Yahuwah and keep his commandments. Kadash High Shamka, holy be thy name.
Kadash High Shamka, Yahweh. In your fashion, I found power. Hallowed be thy name. His word will never change. I'm talking about yesterday, tomorrow, and today. It remains the same. Abanawa, Shabbat, Shemayim, Kadash, Hayashamka, Yahweh. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah.
Turn them keys up, kid, man.
Yeah, this is truth music, Firehead. You said you wanted it? We're giving it to you. Truth music, George Center. That's how we want it. T-Doc Recordings.
In your passion, I found power. Hallowed be thy name. His word will never change. I'm talking about yesterday, tomorrow, and today. It remains the same. Can't see it, but you can feel it. Infected with greatness whenever you come near it. Ruach HaKodesh, that's that set apart spirit. The scriptures say we perish for the lack of knowledge. Ruach's overstanding, can't find in college.
Kahan, intellectual Iraq. T-Doc is back in traditional black. Strapped with the Torah, still holding the Mac. 10 stars on 16 bars. Daughters of Zion Raider, so worldly applause. Simp sipping, hater aid, but won't face us. With the Ruach HaKodesh is how Yahuwah laces with lyrics. Uplift dead souls that hear it. Barakatha Akim, you just got blessed by the Holy Spirit. We never let our pants sag. Yours is tighter than a chick clutching a Birkin bag. My words compose pictures vividly. She wants to drop the bag and hold on to me. The foul-mouthed priest, NTDOC, inevitably have come to replenish your mind. With bright light, I am Christ-like divine. From knowledge to boon, it's 9 different stages. A prehistoric starseed, looking like I am ageless. If you knew the math, black man, you would rage less. Nines, you would raise less. In the hood, guns would blaze less. But the streets packing heat, and the phrase, I'm gonna eat, make your days less. Thus you age less. I'm a orator, a New Testament, heaven sent. Expressing it, I am excellent. Father, her with knowledge, I am Father divine. You're frozen 32 degrees, a thug's mind. Poison animal eaters, mentally and spiritually blind. If you're looking for God, yourself you should find.
Can't see it, but you can feel it. Infected with greatness whenever you come near it. Ruach HaKodesh, that's that set apart spirit. The scriptures say we perish for the lack of knowledge. Ruach's overstanding, can't find in college.
But you're too busy committing crime, doing time. Another black man locked up before my next line. You look at me like, nigga, please, I'll take your life, I'm straight OG. Fuck you and your peace. I hustle hard in these streets. As long as I breathe, I'm gonna eat. Platinum chains with a cross. Wise up, take the idol off. I came to save these people that are lost. Sent for us to repent. I am that agent that represents Yahuwah's commandments with a highly gifted tongue that blades. I burn hypocrites with a single phrase, like sun rays, la'ah. You can never guess my age. I came from light years over Milky Ways. I existed prior to and range higher than you. My lines are hot, but you're lost in the fire, my dude. Shakespeare's a subordinate title. Tazadaq is a legendary writer. Indestructible, eternal should be my first name. Kahan Tazadaq? Well, that's just my earth name. Thus, niggas, spics, and savages to diminish all of us. In the hood, we fight and murder till our souls fall from us. But I drop jewels that makes the wildest trappers and ballers hush. If you listen closely, you can hear the Father calling us. Yasha Allah. Nah, you're too cold, because Esau left you froze. You got a penny for your thoughts, a white woman for your private parts. Damn, about to lose your soul, still under Babylonian control. Meanwhile, I walk the green mile to save God's child. Behold, Satan in the Pentagon debating about sending more spacemen, thinking they're escaping this war of Armageddon. Politicians hating the crisis because their life is about this that I am writing. I tell them that Christ is about his, so don't live your life like this. Word to the Father be, embrace the Ruach HaKodesh.
Can't see it, but you can feel it. Infected with greatness whenever you come near it. paradise, that's that set apart spirit. The scriptures say we perish for the lack of knowledge. Ruach overstanding, can't find in college. No college. Can't see it, but you can feel it. Infected with greatness.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Once again, you're not under the sounds of the voices, true disciples of Christ, those that still consider themselves to be such. Sit back and I'll watch May the 8th and 9th to see if anyone's going to say anything about the High Holy Day. Not a soul. Not a soul. Honestly, I don't think if I didn't mention this one, I don't think anyone would have said something. There's a High Holy Day coming up on the 25th. It just really shows me where people's, hearts really are. So, these Tuesday and Friday and sometimes Saturday Bible lessons appear to be falling on deaf ears. That's why you can have a demon jump on a man, because you're not really protected by the Ruach. I'm not going to call that guy Barak Shah. I'm going to call him Stefan. That's who he really was. That's why you have a demon jump on him, because honestly, a lot of you are still in the world. You're just playing with the Most High. The Most High got something for you. So with that being said, man, High Holy Day is coming up on the 25th. I think it's ridiculous when people come to me. And I put out months ago that I put that calendar on the site. And you're really too lazy to go to the site. Not a soul said anything. So, we're going to go into tonight, the word of the Most High. And if you're someone on the outside looking in and you continue to listen to this show right here, the truth will make you mad. This is the Bible study. Every Tuesday night at 8:30, every Friday night at 8:30, and sometimes on Saturdays from 12 noon until. And you're still on the outside looking in and you haven't joined. My question to you is, what are you waiting for? You don't want to leave this world in the condition that Stefan left. You want to be. You don't want to be pump faking. Don't say that you're really serving the Most High if you're not, because the Most High is going to frown upon that. We truly frown upon that. So to get started, let's get someone to read something from the Torah, at least about 5 verses. Anyone. We're going to do things structurally here, man. Pretty much, man. We don't want the readers stepping over each other. Like, let's do everything decently and in order, as the scriptures say. So, why don't we get Fernando? You got your sword on you? Read something from the Torah. Torah is the 5 books of Moses. To those of you that may not be aware of that, it's not the entire Bible. It's the 5 books of Moses. And so the next thing I'm going to say is that this is live on Rumble, so it's more than likely going to end over on this side. If you have not logged into Rumble, go ahead and log into Rumble. Share this on your social media platforms and so on and so forth, man. I feel like I don't know, like I'm just a broken record on repeat, but we'll get it done.
Kahan. Anything?
Yeah, so as long as it's from the Torah, man, you don't know what to read, there's someone else, maybe the spirit's moving with to read something. based upon the times and things is going on. Tonight's topic is a very, very sensitive topic, but it's necessary. Emasculation of nations, a matrix creation. Hashtag men against feminism. Hashtag women against feminism. Someone get something from the Torah, please.
Kahan. Go ahead.
Kahan. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 18. And the Supreme Allaham spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharallah, and say unto them, I am Yahuwah, thy Supreme Allaham. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall you walk in their ordinances. You shall do all my judgments, and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am Yahuwah, thy Supreme Allaham. You shall, verse 5, ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am Yahuwah. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am Yahuwah. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. Verse 10, the nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for there is thine own nakedness.
All right, Kahan. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this. I'm not really gonna ask if anyone have anything. We'll just get into this topic right here. So, let's start with the book of Jeremiah 1 verse 7. So, men are being emasculated. Does anyone know the difference between emasculation and castration? Does anyone know the difference? There is a difference. What's the difference?
Emasculation deals with the image and the influence of a man, and castration is the removal of the male member.
Well, castration is the removal of the male penis. Emasculation is the removal of his penis and his balls. So that's what the emasculation is. That means he had his penis and his testicles removed. And why men in modern day are not a lot of eunuchs, your proverbial eunuchs, they made you mental eunuchs because you won't stand up. Like, I mean, the guy, we'll use this guy, Stefan, as a catalyst. I mean, the guy's just not who I thought he was. He was really a proverbial eunuch. Because when we really look at the truth of the matter, it was a woman that broke him down like that. It was a woman, but all the while, he was saying otherwise. See, men are being emasculated, men are being broken down, and men are showing themselves to be weak. Men don't break down like that, not real men. Real men adapt and overcome. You know what makes a man a man? See, the more things a woman goes through, the worse or if you're going to be with her in a relationship. I don't want a woman that's been through a lot. Because you know what? Women don't deal with stress as men should, as men do. Men, we go out, we go to war. I've been to war and all of that, man. Still stand. When you go to war, you go to combat, you endure whatever, you face whatever, and that makes you a better man. The more you undergo, the stronger man you become if you endure. But when a woman, she'll go under a lot of that stuff, man, her mind be messed up. It takes her away from her femininity. And she's angry. That's why I see a lot of these women, you can attest to this. You go to a lot of these stores or whatever, or you meet the evil Eve on the cash register and she got an attitude, is because she's been dealing with so much stress in her life, so she's lost her femininity. But men are not really, she's good for it. You know what I mean? But pushing on no ring, unless he's beta. I know real man pushing no ring up on that, man. Come on. The only thing she could get is a ring around the carousel. Yeah, that's about it, man. I know real man's gonna, you trying to cuff that, man. But a lot of you police dudes, you'll cuff anything. And this is why I'm saying men have been emasculated on a large scale level. So from there, let's go to the book of Jeremiah 1:17.
Khan. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 17. Thou, therefore, gird up thy loins, and arise, and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them.
So the Most High is saying, I want you to preach hard. And this is why I do what I do, man. I teach hard. I don't give a damn who don't like it. The problem with a lot of you men, you cater to the woman. You're worried about being politically correct instead of teaching the truth, man. Facts are facts. So the Most High say, gird up your loins. When a man was girding up his loins, that means you're tucking your garment in, your girdle, which was a belt about 6 inches wide, and preparing to go to war, preparing to fight. That's what gird up your loins mean, right? So. And he said, you tell them what I command you. This is what the scripture's saying. This is what I'm telling them. You like it, understand it, believe it or not, I'm still going to tell you. And he said, do not be distraught and break down at the sight, meaning of their hostile faces. Don't worry about the look on their face. Because he said, I'll help you overcome that. From there. Now, why is this stuff going on? Why is it go? Yeah, I mean, you got women, now stop me where I'm lying at. You got women that's saying women rule the world. That's a delusional woman right there. And you know who put them in that mind state? Men.
Cool.
Men that has psychosis. Men that may have been once strong men, but he got inside that box and she kept him in there like Jack. So now he's like a Jack in the box. So he's doing everything at command, because first of all, a man should never fall in love. I know that's contrary to what you've been taught, but you better listen to me, man, or you're gonna regret it. A man should never fall in love, man. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm not saying that you shouldn't have love for someone. You gotta be able to control everything, man. You gotta be able to walk away from anything, man, as a man. That's what a real man does. A man in love is psychosis. And the other problem, why do you think women walk around in this sexually explicit clothing, the little that she has on now? I mean, now you got all these women wearing these yoga pants that's in the crack of their rear. You know what I mean? Their buttocks.
Cool.
So even that doesn't matter what the figure look like. They don't care. And so men, why do you think they do that? You think they do that because they're unaware that it attracts men? No, they're doing it because they know it attracts you, because you're operating on your lower level of appetite, like a beast. See, that's the lowest level of vibration on a man. A real man can get control of that, man. You get control of your mind, man. But when you control your mind, you can call your body into order. But wherever the mind goes, the body's going to follow. So if she knows that she could get you to come down to the level of a dog, then you're going to chase that cat. And that's what most men do. And never chase women, man. And chase success. That way women are always available. Get your mind right, king. So why is this happening? Isaiah 3, verse 11 and 12. Watch this. Isaiah 3, 11 and 12.
The book of Yeshaya, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him. for the reward of his hands shall be given him. Verse 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Who's raising most of the children? 75% of them. Women. Rebellious children. Monsters. And mistress women, someone give me that precept, man. And mistress women shall bring forth monsters. And unclean women in the Apocrypha shall bring forth monsters. Finish that out, Kadar.
Khan. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
Okay, hold on. Because this is not what the so-called white man is saying. Someone get 2 Esdras 5, verse 8. The Most High is saying, when women lead you, they cause you to go a wrong way. And I see this on a daily basis, out. When you deal with body language, right? If you see a man and a woman walking in a mall, I see this, man, in the supermarket, and the woman's out front, and the man's behind her, the woman's running that relationship. That's body language control. She's in control of that relationship. She's in control of the relationship, and she typically has an attitude. And she knows that, and she doesn't respect. I seen this yesterday, man, this big tall dude running behind this little short, overweight woman, I guess, to the average Negro, the Negroite, you know, she had a fat booty. And because all of the fat fell in the right place, he thinks that's sexy, man. Listen, man, cellulite is cellulite. You know what I mean? Cellulite is cellulite. You ever seen what happened when you eat pork or beef or something, and you put it in the fridge, and that stuff is like Jello? My body was like that.
Oh, damn.
My body was like that. It shakes. Yeah, he's walking behind that, man. Can you imagine the aroma that comes from that? When she's giving him the business, yeah. Her body's rotting away, That's sort of like Jello, man. I mean, it'd be so graphic, but I gotta give you guys a clear depiction of what you're dealing with.
Come on. It's the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places.
Yeah, we got a confusion right now in this earth. The women say we're equal to the man. If the man could do it, I could do it too. I'm equal. That man ain't no woman equal to me. Not none of you. You was never designed like that. Let me hit you something, man. Let me hit you something. Men discovered fire. Fire, you see this control? Men discovered that. You don't need a man, huh? Men discovered cooking. Then after men mastered it, they taught women to cook. I mean, you go back and check this out for yourself, man. Facts are facts. So women laugh at men cooks now, but men mastered it and then they gave it to you. See, everything a man does and he conquers, he masters, he passes it on to you. You learn from us, man. Now, you can like that, understand it, believe it or not. You say you don't need a man. Oh, well, you laugh at the man seamstress, right? Men created the needle and thread. Men were sewing leather and all of that first, hides and all of that, and taught you to sew. Then he gave it to you. You dig? Men created the combustion engine. When the first cars came out, which was created by men, by the way, they were so hard to steer that women couldn't drive them. Because they didn't have no such thing as power steering back then. So it took a lot. You ever try to drive a car when the power steering fluid go out?
Oh, yeah.
It takes muscle, man. So for you, because the men wanted to pull you in, the men created what is known as a power steering so that you could drive around in it. But guess what? Men had to cut ways and pavements through all of these forests right here. So these highways and byways that you're driving on, guess who created them? You guessed it, men. But you don't need a man, right? Men created the airplanes that you fly in. You dig? So just about everything, and I think it's you're asinine, any woman that utters that, I don't need a man. You're asinine. You're just showing how ignorant you really are. And if I offended you, make no mistake about it, I meant you. Because someone, I mean, and you know who also created this illusion for you to think that way, woman? Men. Weak men. Weak men that fell in love with women and entered a state of psychosis, and weak men that came a victim to the vajayjay. See, women know that they could conquer men with sex. Weak men, that is. Well, Samson was a force to be reckoned with. I mean, when it was dealing with other men, but he was bitch made when it came to dealing with women. We'll just call it how it is. And it costed him everything. It costed him everything. He was the strongest man on earth. Little woman broke him down. Why? Sex. Reveal his secret that the Most High told him not to reveal. So any woman that said that I don't need a man, you're just definitely off your rocker. Have to put that in there. Go ahead, but now read on.
Come. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous woman shall bring forth monsters.
And unclean women, when a woman's on her menstrual, she's considered to be unclean. And menstruous women, unclean women, shall bring forth monsters, shall bring forth children that don't respect the elderly, children that don't respect their parents, children that go out and rob and shoot and kill each other, children that go out and get abortions and think nothing of it. And menstruous women, unclean women, shall bring forth monsters. You hear that, Nefertali? So the image Nefertali got there with them Edomites on that.
You kind of low, Nefertali. I can hear you, but you're low.
I ain't hear him say nothing, man. Got them Edomites on the front of his timeline there, man. From there, let's go to the book of Job 30 and 13. I can't hear nothing you saying, that good brother Nefertali, man.
Kahan.
Let's get the thumbs up on Rumbel, man.
I can hear you, but you real low. You might need to go out and come back in.
I can't hear nothing, man.
Kahan. The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 13. They mar my path. They set forward my calamity. They have no helper.
So when he said they mar my path, that means they tear his path. Okay? They profit from my destruction. Okay?
Verse 14. They came upon me.
That was it on that. That was it. Read that one. Read that one again.
Kahan. Verse 13. They mar my path.
They tear my path.
They set forward my calamity.
They profit from my destruction.
They have no helper.
And there's no one to restrain. There's no one to restrain them. From there, let's go to Proverbs 28 and 16. Proverbs 28 and 16.
Kahan.
Gold Johnson is in the building. Robin is in the building.
Kahan, the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 16. The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor.
So it's saying a leader that lacks judgment is also a great oppressor. A prince is a leader. So it's saying a leader that lacks judgment is also a great oppressor. Read on.
But he that hateth covetousness,
he that hates dishonest profit, to be coveted is dishonest profit. He that hates dishonest profit, God,
shall prolong his days.
It will prolong his days. That means if you're not wicked, you're not deceitful, you're going to live longer. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 10 and 16.
Kahan, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 16. Woe to thee, O land,
when means destruction.
When thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning.
Mm-hmm. From there, let's go to Isaiah 3, verse 4.
The book of Yeshaya, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 4. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them.
So I will make children their leaders, and children will rule over them. What's going on now, man? A lot of that people fear they young children, man. There are these rappers rapping about it all the time. These young N-words are crazy. They fear them. I realize they living out Bible prophecy. Right in the jack. Right in the zap. Let's go back to Jeremiah 1 and 17. Jeremiah 1 and 17.
Come. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 17. Thou therefore gird up thy loins, and arise, and speak unto them all that I commanded thee.
So let's examine that. Gird up thy loins. So to gird up thy loins, we find this phrase throughout the Bible again and again. Again and again, right? See, this is actually an urgent call to get ready for some sort of immediate action, to gird up your loins, right? It's a challenge to call to prepare for some sort of coming event, some coming action. So this phrase is related to clothing that was worn in ancient times. And so to keep from actually impeding the wear, getting in the way of the person, the man that was wearing these clothing, when he was engaging in vigorous activities, he would tuck it in his girdle, which was about a 6-inch wide belt. You see? That's what it meant to gird up your loins. They would tuck it in that belt on their waistband that they call the girdle. From there, let's go to 1 Peter 1 and 13. Watch this. Watch this. If someone get Job 40, verse 7. This phrase is throughout the scriptures again and again.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 13. Wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind.
What does Paul mean by that? David D. What do you think Paul mean by that, Nefertali? Gird up the loins of your mind.
Keep things that are impure away. Get your mind prepared for the next step.
Gird up the loins of thy mind.
Okay,
read on.
Be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Hamashiach Yahusha.
Well, David need to read that until he go into a trance.
God.
That part right there, be sober. That part right there. From there, Job 40, verse 7. And someone get Isaiah 11 and 5. Job 40 and 7. Yeshaya, Isaiah 11 and 5.
The book of Job, chapter 40, verse 7. Gird up thy loins now, like a man.
There it is again.
I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me.
See that? So the Most High is consistently telling Israel to gird up their loins like a man. But you grappling at the woman's feet. You ask for her hand in marriage and you taking a knee. You get up, punk. But think about that, huh? Tell me that's not a submissive posture. Taking a knee, man. You know what that's telling her right from the start? I'm greater than you. That's what it's telling her, huh? How you get that tradition? Man, you better give that crap back to Nicholas Carefoot, man. Take that stuff back to Europe, man. That's not part of our culture. I told you guys years ago, man, I'm not from Rome, so I'm not romantic. Stop trying to romanticize these women, man. What Becky done got in her head. Isaiah 11 and 5, and someone get Ephesians 6 and 14. Talking about girding up the loins.
Book of Yeshaya, Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 5. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins.
See that? So there it is again, man. You girding your loins with righteousness.
Kahan.
Ephesians 6 and 14.
Kahan.
Someone get 1 Kings 2 and 2. When David was on his dying bed, this is what he said to his son Solomon in 1 Kings 2 and 2. Someone got that Ephesians 6 and 14?
Kahan. The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 14. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
Or like a mighty warrior.
And having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Come. I got that book, Kadar. When I was reading, I got the hardback.
I got mine today too, huh? That good seed.
I got mine yesterday.
I got mine. I think I got the wrong one though. I don't see that.
No, man.
I think I got the wrong one.
Come on, man. Put the name of it there.
Yeah, it's the good speed, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Edgar.
Come on. I gotta make sure I'm gonna check it again.
Why you said you got the wrong one?
Because I don't see the extra verses in Ezra, second Ezra. As soon as I got it, I tried to
chapter 7, I believe.
Yeah.
You probably looked at the wrong chapter,
Yeah, I'm looking at mine. Yeah.
What was that, Kadar?
Let me go to it. I was looking at mine earlier. Hold on.
Mine not the red one. I got it's like a tan color one.
Hey, it shouldn't matter, man. It's a good speed, man. It's the right edition. But you got a different kind of book, man. It should be there. You looked in second address?
I might have been looking. I think I was looking at 17.
No, it's 7. It's got to be there, huh?
I might have been looking in the wrong chat. I'm gonna go pick it up.
Man, you David that book. Where is it at?
At my mom's house.
Oh, man.
I see it, Doc. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think I was looking in the wrong chapter then.
Page 70, 71, it's there, man.
Because there is no second address 17. I don't know what. I couldn't find that out.
You might have been looking at first edges, man.
I'm looking at the second one. It's there. Because the other one is stopped at 70. This thing now go all the way to 105.
Edgar J. Goodspeed, right?
Mm-hmm. Come.
Hey, what verse did you start on, Benai? 7 and what?
7 and because 7 in the regular apocrypha only goes to 70.
Come.
And I was looking for 71 and onward. But I think I kind of want to go run and get it real quick.
It's there, man. I'm telling you, it's in there.
I'm looking dead at it right now. 71 started on page 67 at the bottom. I got the paperback, the one you were reading. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I started at, I think I started at 30 something that day.
Come.
Yeah, it's there, Benai. Let's get Deuteronomy 31.
You want me to let me knock out these Kings out first? First Kings 22.
Yeah.
The book of First Kings, chapter 2, verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and shew thyself a man.
There it is again. Deuteronomy 31:7.
The book of Deuteronomy, Deborah, chapter 31, verse 7. And Moses called unto Joshua and said unto him in the sight of all Israel, be strong and of good courage, for thou must go with this people unto the land which the supreme Elohim Yahuwah hath sworn unto their fathers to give them, and thou shalt cause them to inherit it.
Most High is consistently telling you to be strong, man. Jump down to the 23rd verse, huh?
Come. The book of Deborah, Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 23. And he gave Joshua, the son of Nun, a charge, and said, be strong and of a good courage, for thou shalt bring the children of Israel into the land which I swear unto them, and I will be with thee.
Come. And Joshua 1:7. Well, you wouldn't even think this is a Bible, Benai. Look, it's all red, like a red book.
Kahan, I'm about to run and go get
Is
that
it
thing right now.
letters right there?
The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
You could barely tell these apart, man. This right here is a corporation soul right here. Corporation soul, boy. Like this joint. It's the Apocrypha. Let's go to Paul. Let's talk about Paul's commandment to the church. 1 Corinthians 16 and 13. First Corinthians 16, verse 13. None, you still on it?
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 16, verse 13. Watch ye, stand fast in the faith. Quit you like men.
Be strong like men. See that? I mean, again and again, when the Bible is referring to a man, what is the one thing that everyone should have picked up by now? He's always telling the man to be strong. Every single precept we read, gird up your loins, be strong, stand strong like a man. I don't say nothing about offing yourself or breaking down and being under the woman. Verse after verse that we're bringing forth is telling you to be strong like men. A man in this Bible is always associated with strength. Be courageous. Be vigilant. Be strong. Quit you like men. See, that's that old Quaker English, but that's basically telling you is to bring yourself into manhood. Act manfully. I'm gonna act like no wimp, man. In the modern language, that would be man up. See, there are plenty of precepts like this, and what you refer to as the Old Testament that parallels the usage of man up. And when you read them, they're generally paired with a verb, meaning to be strong. Let me prove my point. Let's go to Joshua. Joshua 1, verse 6 through 7. Watch this. See, the Most High gives this command in 2 successive verses. Demanding that Joshua show his manliness in order to lead Israel. To lead Israel. Act like a man. Okay. Joshua 1, verse 6 through 7.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 6. Be strong and of a good courage. For unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land.
See that? Be strong. There it is again. Strength is always associated with manliness, manhood. When David's time drew near, he charged Solomon to what? To be strong. We just read it in 2 Kings. Someone read it again. 2 Kings 2. 2 Kings 2 and 2. Read it again. It's saying be a man.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 2, verse 2.
2 King, Second. First King. Come on.
I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and shew thyself a man.
Come on. See that? Be strong and show thyself a man. Why? Because the Most High created man in his own image in Genesis 1 and 27 through 28. You guys skip 1 Corinthians 11 and 11.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 11. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the supreme Elohim.
So we're not saying that we hate women, but you need to fall in order and play your role. A man is incomplete without a woman, and vice versa. But we all have respected roles to play. Someone's been tampering with your role, and now you want to equate yourself to a man. And it makes you so unattractive. And so you've been able to use your sexual persuasion to emasculate men. Again, emasculation is the removal of both the penis and the testicles. Those are the external male organs, man. That's not the same as castration, as I stated earlier. Castration is the removal of the testicles only. Still got his rod, he ain't got no testicles, he can't reproduce. Huh? See, people trying to use them interchangeably, but they don't mean the same. And if you doubt it, go and look it up yourself. Castration means they remove your gonads. They remove your testicles. But there's been a mental and a proverbial castration of many of you men. See, the potential medical consequences of emasculations are more extensive than those that are associated with castration. Why? Because when you remove that man's rod, it gives a rise to a unique series of complications. Imagine how it must have been for eunuchs. A lot of these primitive cultures, you know, they used to have the men that worked around their queen or whatever emasculated. Hmm? So when I speak about emasculation, I'm speaking metaphorically. I realize that most of you guys still have a rod down there and testicles, but metaphorically, you've been emasculated, which means you've lost your masculinity. Do you understand? See, when a man loses his masculinity, he's said to be emasculated. Why? Because he's lost his characteristics that's traditionally associated with being a man, such as power, such as independence, and so on and so forth. And now you have this society teaching you to believe that that's okay, man. You're just a little bitch, man. I'm gonna tell you straight. Are you an emasculated man? See, there's a lot of women, because of these men that's been emasculated, or men that were in positions of power, they fell in love or they fell in lust with a woman and she's manipulating him through sex. This is how you get laws and things changed. There's always men behind that. Many women are living within the illusion that the power that they believe that they have. Pay attention to what I'm saying, ladies and men. The power that you believe that you have, you believe that it wasn't granted to you by men. But it was. It was granted to you by men. It can be taken away by men. It's not politically correct. So if you can't handle the truth, leave now. See, your proclaimed intelligence, or should I say deceptive intelligence, have you believing that you created this illusion yourself? No, it was created by men. Was it not men that created the safe and convenient world that you live in now that keeps the wild beasts away? Don't you know back in primitive time, men had to fight wild beasts and so many men died? Men had to develop weapons and things to fight these wild beasts off. It was men that did that. If men didn't do what they did, you'd had wild animals running out here right now trying to attack you. Don't you understand that it was men that cut through forests and so on and so forth? They created these highways and byways and interstates that's actually been paved, that women are able to get around the world in? Huh? Was it not men who created machines designed to make it easy for females? And she drives these machines around. See, they call them cars today, automobiles. That's created by men. You see them filled with women in this day and age, but shit, same women that saying I don't need a man. They're powered around these cars created by men like titans. How many of you women really thought it was women that invented needle and threads? You're so misinformed. How silly you. You've accepted lies as the truth. These was male inventors. Men used to sew leather. Used to sew leather items so that they could go on long hunts. They had a long puncturing needle that they would stick through indigenous hides as thread. It's about everything on this earth, ladies, is a man's creation. It may offend you, but it's true. Sewing was a male province until he gave it to you. He passed it on to women, and sewing became what? A woman's province. So now the world believes that, oh yeah, well, man, he's a man. Look at that joker. He shouldn't be sewing. Man created that, man. Did you really think it was a woman that mastered fire?
La.
He mastered fire, then he developed the art of cooking. It was the man that discovered how to melt the iron ores to make the frying pans and all that you cook in, the iron pots and so on and so forth for cooking. It was men that did that. Then they passed it on to women, and cooking became women's work. Stop me where I'm lying. I dare any of you to disprove what I'm saying right now. Now, women laugh at men who are cooks. See, they don't realize that men just has actually moved up onto the next big thing. See, we create something, we master it, we give it you, and then you say, he could do it, I could do it too. We created it, we taught you that. Facts are facts. These are truths that most women are unaware of and don't want to hear. Who do you think tamed these horses that women ride? These men that did that. Jump on the wild horse, tame and domesticated. Where do you think you got a dog? It was men that domesticated these dogs, man. They came from wolves. Huh? Most of these things was a province of men solely. And men gave it to you. It's men. But then along came other men. They invented something new called the computer, which changed the world again. And as always, when it first came out, most of your programmers was men. Teaching women. Why? Because sooner or later, the man's going to come up with something else to master. I know you don't think it's real, but it's true.
Oh.
The man is the Most High. He's made in the image and likeness of the Most High.
Kahan.
Men are the masters of art, masters of music, the lords of fashion. Huh? Men was given mastery of this world. You could like it or understand it, believe it or not. I'm not going to say what you damn like. I'm going to tell you the truth because you need to hear it. Sorry, you can't talk like that. He said, shut up. Tell her, how could this happen? Now, with all of this that men created, think about how many female mocks men and discredit men. And you look at his weak position. How could this happen, Tazadaq? You see, I'll tell you the truth, Nefertali. The answer is that women only get unholy power over men when men worship her sexually or when men fall in love with her. Now stop me where I'm lying. Facts. See, when men abandon their discipline and come off of their center and they abandon their high sense to maintain control, and they can't control their lust for her, Only then does the woman take the superior position. Because when she got you craving her tremendously for sex, she got your ass, boy. And she know it. She knows it. She knows it. You just gave her the power, man. With that thing between her legs, man. And you don't want, man, some of you dudes, man, and she fixed that thing up, just like if you go and get a car from the junkyard, Nefertali. But she don't went in the junkyard and got some makeup and then a maid over on that thing. And he think he got himself, I mean, not even a used car, Kadar. She done went to the back of the junkyard and got pieces from everywhere. Fake buttocks, fake hair. You know, when you go to the junkyard, you're getting parts.
God.
Come. And this dude fall in love for it, the box. But she made that thing look good, man. But just like a car that you're going to get from the junkyard, it's going to run for a little while and that thing's going to break down on you. See what's true about it, man. Huh? She got that power over, man.
Odometer say exempt.
See, you can like it, understand it, believe it or not, ladies. Gender equality is a damn mirage. I'll say that again. I'll say it one time only. Gender equality is a mirage created by those that want to keep you lost in the desert. All you got to do is look around. Your civilization. If men didn't do it, then who did? Most of the creations you see, Nefertali, if men didn't do it, who did? Everything's structured, big and small. All modes of transportation. Think about what I'm saying, man. Don't get mad. Shipyards. The components of the infrastructure. Huh? The power grids. The sewer system. Who did it? It was we. It was men. Utilities. Printing press. Electronics. Roadways. And so on and so forth. Men. Oh, you don't need a man? I guess you won't be needing that then. Matter of fact, get out of this house. Man built that. You don't need a man. Huh? What, man? You turn to being a real man, man. You straighten this thing up quickly, man. Men hunted. We fought and died in wars. 90% of everything the world invented was by men. We built all types of things for women and children. So the worst thing that you could do, I tell you men, man, the worst thing that you could do is to give a woman your power. It's the worst thing you could do. The worst thing that you could do in this world is give a woman your power. Give your power to a woman. See, men who commit, and this is a deadly crime, man. And I need you to hear me because I'm advocating this. Men who commit the deadly crime of giving too much, too often to a woman, you're not a man. You're not a man. You're a doormat. And she will walk all over your ass.
Facts.
You're a nice guy. You're simp. Or some other derogatory term, whatever term they got for you now, man. Impact, whatever. I don't know what they're calling you, man. Huh? Let me tell you something about these men. These kind of men, they have mommy complexes. And women hate them. Why? Because a woman doesn't want to be a mother to a man-child. And that's what you are, boy. Anybody got anything, man? I could go on and on. Who got something, man? Let me drop the link in the room. We're not going to take it.
I was just sitting here thinking. Only thing that came to my mind, what the woman invented, was the hot comb.
C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker.
Cause
One of the worst inventions ever created. One of the worst inventions ever created. That taught them self-hate.
Mm-hmm.
Straighten her hair. Trying to burn it straight. They burn it out. At one time or another, all of us seen some, in this modern day, I don't know, man. Somebody sitting over there getting their damn hair burned out. Or they put grease or whatever in their hair and they burning it straight up. It goes right back like it was in a little bit.
You wet it. Put a little water on, it's gonna go right back.
Sakura, your device is not connected. Don't mean to sound rude, man, but we're just giving you the truth. Sakura, your device is not connected. You gotta go out and come back in, good brother.
Yeah, it's in that this apocrypha I got. I don't know what I was reading. Must have been reading the wrong verses.
Calm.
It's a good lesson tonight, though.
Justice Raheem's on it just over broke, huh?
No, I don't think so. I remember seeing a text earlier in the chat.
Justice Raheem usually brings someone to the channel.
Huh.
Under the shadows of a mental death or when the Hubo died today.
Calm. No college.
Masses are just hunting the game that the federal government play.
Tazadaq, I got a question. It's about the background picture that you got. The one with the flying UFOs.
So say you.
Yeah, I'm just curious as to like what's the meaning of it and the significance.
He said, what's the meaning of that, man? Someone get Ezekiel, man. The chariots.
The wheel and the wheel.
Yeah, Ezekiel in the 3rd chapter, I believe.
Come on. Okay, boom, 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 boom.
Trying to see it.
11, took me up and I heard behind me up was the rushing. Verse.
Ezekiel's vision of 4 wheels.
Con, is it Ezekiel?
I think it's 11 or 12. One of them. Let me see.
What about verse 7? It says, but the house. Oh no, verse 6. Not too many people of a strange speech and then of a hard language whose words thou canst understand. Surely I had sent thee to them.
Twelve was when he got took up. Of the wings of the living creatures and touched one another. Under the wheels over against them. A great rushing, so the Spirit lifted me up and took me away in the heat of my spirit. But the hand of Jehovah was strong upon me. Then I came unto them in captivity.
Someone get Ezekiel 1 and 15.
1 and 15.
Con.
Good. 1 and 15.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 15. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures, with his 4 faces. Keep going up.
Yeah, come.
Verse 16. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl. And they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they went upon the 4 sides, and they turned not when they went. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes around about them 4. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whithersoever the Spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go. And the wheels were lifted up over against them, for the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. When those went,
these are chariots with angels in them. That's what this picture is about, Fernando.
Con.
Ezekiel's well, these chariots.
And the UFOs are shaped of wheels?
No such thing as a UFO. That's what Esau call it. Those are chariots. When Mashiach returns, that's how they return him with the destruction. And the chariots like that. Someone get Isaiah 66 and 15.
The book of Yeshaya, Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, Yahuwah will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with
What is
fury.
that describing right there, Fernando? Nuclear destruction. A whirlwind, fire like a whirlwind is just like a nuclear blast. Destroying everything in his path. So he will come with chariots like a whirlwind.
Whirlwind like a tornado shape, kind of, right?
Come with fire. Which is just you ever seen a nuclear blast?
Yeah, it's shaped of like a mushroom, kind of.
Mm-hmm. but it's also a tremendous win with that.
Con.
Con.
The imagery is something else when you think about it.
Mind blowing, huh?
Shabbat shalom, my Akim, my Akwatam. Peace and blessings be upon you.
Shabbat shalom, huh?
Shalom.
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 All praises due.
You back low again, Nefertali. I can hear you, but you're low. Con.
Khan, just to speak on the topic of these emasculated men, and it's so real that once you really allow that the energy of the Most High to take hold and have you on your purpose, it's crazy how Eve just start attracting to you like a moth to a flame. They really just they pop up on you at the craziest time. Be walking up on you in Walmart, and when you at the just over broke, they asking you little crazy questions like, do you always be studying, and how often do you go to the gym, and I see you real to yourself and you serious. I be like, I appreciate that. Thank you, sister. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. And they just stay coming, and I leave it right there. I appreciate that. Thank you. And keep it moving. And they still attract to you like this crazy. Like they got just a lot of conversation, and you just allow them just to talk, and you keep it short. And they see that you really not pressed for the conversation. They be going out their way to get your attention. It's real. And it's so genuine and real that all we as men got to do is stay on our purpose for real.
Yeah, that's because, man, they keep coming up to you, because you're trying to give them liberty, man. They don't want liberty, man. They want justice, man. They don't want to be set up freedom. They want justice right here.
Nah, they getting that liberty or day. Liberate their mind from the truth. I have invited some more sheep to the flock as well, beloved, though. They should be in the background. To all the brothers and sisters, y'all showed up. Peace and blessings be upon you. Like my Kahan said, you got any questions, please hit the link. Leave your comments. Be respectful. When you come over here, show some decorum. And we ain't nothing but this humble service of the Most High, striving to get right. Trying to be like Job and gird up our loins and just be the men who we designed to be, period. That's it, and that's all. With that, I yield.
Con. I remember going to a business trip, and I was talking to some guy that I met from London, and he was we're getting to know each other. He was talking about how in London he does music and stuff like that, so he goes to concerts and stuff. And he was talking about he also learned how to pickup game. The pickup game, I guess it was real big out there in London, and how to get women and this and that, blah blah blah. And he was saying that all of these pickup artists, they could show you how to talk and how to do this and how to do that, but the main thing is really your mouthpiece and what you could say and how you could look can only get you so far. It's really you being on your purpose and you actually knowing what to do and where you're gonna go. Your vision is what's and the money that you make and the success that you brought is really what's gonna bring the women and keep the women at the end of the day. And yeah, I think a lot of men fall into the fact that they get the women and they get stagnant. Once they get stagnant, they can't grow, and that's what loses attraction. And once they lose attraction, you're stuck in love and you fall into all these other crazy stuff, and then the woman, that's whenever the woman takes advantage and emasculates the men. It's really just staying on your purpose is the biggest thing.
Calm. Totally agree, King. Just elaborate up what the brother said. The greatest investment you can make is yourself. We have a catalyst. You know what I'm saying? We have a blueprint of a brother that went from next to nothing, you know what I mean, living out his car, in which I can totally identify with. Being ass out, everybody turned their back on you. And once you put that grind in on any level and build your credit line up, you know what I'm saying, and invest into your most valuable asset, that's yourself. All the perks and worshiping the Creator without a shadow of a doubt, the Creator will bless you. You know, Job's sacrifice, when he went through all those trials and tribulations, he went through all that. He sacrificed and invested in himself and gave his complete submittance to the Creator, and he blessed them over and over again. And that's what we see with our catalyst, you know what I'm saying, with our modern day Job, you know what I'm saying, that he sacrificed everything, everyone. Like, who do you know? I don't know nobody, bro. I don't know no one personally where I can call them, send them an email, and respond to them that has this level of knowledge at my fingertips the way that we have. You know what I'm saying? Not to be on something trying to ride my brother coattail. Nah, it's just raw. Like, the platform that we on is so phenomenal. The level of information is so phenomenal that a brother, you can spit any scripture, he can give it to you damn near word for word, verbatim, out of the most historical books that deals with our Creator. That's phenomenal within itself. And all he doing is doing what the Creator designed him to be a man, girded up his loins, studied, so he don't be punished for the lack of knowledge. And that's all we doing, is striving to be consistent, to get close to that level, and then some. We just got to put the time into it. We just got to put the energy into it. And that's it, and that's all. So, calm that I yield.
Kahan, facts. One thing that Kahan always puts in his book, Tazadaq always puts in his books, is the fact that he's not a teacher. He's pretty much a facilitator, somebody who just gives you the facts, gives you the information, and you do what you want with that. Once you become taught, once you get a teacher, you're pretty much trained as the same way that they are, and kind of like, cookie cutter. You turn into a cookie cutter, and you turn into the same cookie that the cookie was before. We're just really trying to fill up our cup so we could fill the cup up for the people around us. If we don't have our cup filled, we won't be able to help anybody else. How are we going to fill up a empty cup when our cup is empty as well? And speaking on the fact with Barak Shah, you just got to pretty much keep faith. Just know that anything's possible. You could, anything could change. Keep building yourself up, and things will start getting better. Just focus on your success. Keep working at it. Keep making it happen. People will start noticing, and the attraction will start coming to you. Things will get a lot better.
Calm.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. I can.
Yeah. So I first want to give all praise to the Most High. Gratitude to the Kahan. I got one of his books today, so I'm waiting for that so I can get on board with that. I kind of wanted to elaborate on the whole situation with feminism and all of that. I had a situation I just over broke. I got a new job now, but it was a lady. I was at work, and I always see men talking to her. they trying to give her a bunch of compliments and all that, you know. And I just get my food and I go and she be eyeballing me real hard. And the other day she was like, "Man, you don't never say nothing to me. You just hide by how you doing and keep it moving." She was like, "You real reserved. Uh, you don't really talk to people." And I told her, I'm really here to make friends like that. I'm here to, handle my business. And I noticed when I'm in the food line and all of that, like women be watching me. And this lady, she asked for my number, and I gave her my number, and I told her a little bit of what I'm about, but I don't be texting a lot. And the other day she was like, "Man, like you don't really be texting me like all the other guys." I was like, "Oh, other guys, like okay. I mean, if you want some attention like that, you can text them, but I be having stuff I gotta do." And she was like, I just think that's weird. Like you're acting funny. I don't get it. Like you don't. Pretty much, she kind of made it seem like I don't be sweating them, which I don't. And she'll come over and try to flirt with me, pushing up on me, and it's kind of crazy. But it's like I got to the point where it's like when you really is like less is more. Like I've really stopped genuinely caring about what people think. When I watch the Kahan's videos, I'll be like, man, I got to get myself together. Even some of my homies I chill with, I was supposed to go to supposedly they wanted to go to a bar tonight. I was like, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's the Shabbat. And one of them was like, man, you into this religious stuff? I was like, nah, it ain't religion. I'm just following the people before me, but I just like to stay reserved. I don't do too many people's business. I just fall back and I stay to myself. So that's pretty much what I've been doing lately. And because now I get a little more finance than I was at my other job, I can put the donations and the time and more of the effort into getting the materials, studying. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I have night shift. I work night shift, and surprisingly to me, like I don't really even sleep after my shift. So I get off like 7 in the morning. I don't really go to sleep until about like 12 noon, and that's only about 3 or 4 hours, and I'm back up. But yeah, some of my so-called homies, they be getting mad like, "Oh, bro, you telling me you can't go for a drink?" Like, no, man, I got other stuff to do. And they be kind of mad, but it is what it is. I mean, some things you gotta let go, but yeah, man, that's where I'm at right now.
Hey, shalom, family. Shout out to T Doc. Hey, shout out to Kahan Tazadaq, Manaya, Nafatali, Yashabay, right here, Aki that just muted itself. I'm still getting familiar with your name. And I don't know Aki up top, but yeah, shout out to all my bros. Shabbat shalom to y'all. I just came on the call or whatnot because the title read about feminine men. And I got a lot to say about that, but more importantly, I just want to say, all praise to y'all. One time for the big Ak Mashiach. And my big brother, my big Ak Tazadaq, of course. But yeah, as far as like what I wanted to say with what Aki was bringing out, Aki was bringing out all types of topics concerning what men built, what they done. I heard Kahan say women brought out the hot comb. Aki was like, yeah, that's one of the worst things. Miss Walker, I think her name is Walker. She created. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that messed up the afro. I just thought about that, like, Our women did had an afro, so that hot comb just made it lay down. But yeah, I just want to bring out something with men. Like throughout the ancient times, men was the judges of everything. You know, the Hebrew word for judge is shafat or whatnot. But my point is with this, like when Moses, during Moses, I've read this chapter today actually, Exodus 18. What stood out is Moses' father-in-law. He was like, "Yo, why you carry this burden on you? You judging all these people from morning to evening. Let me show you how to do it." You know what I'm saying? So the Creator put counsel in him. You know, the Most High put counsel in him, and he told Moses what to do. But what stood out to me is that Moses' father-in-law is a dad. He a man, so he got kids already. Cause you know Moses, he married to one of the Midianites. So the Midianite father just gave me advice like, "Listen, man, I got kids. you my son-in-law. So let me just give you some advice. Pick able men." He was like, "Pick able men to make them rulers over thousands, rulers over hundreds, 50s, whatever number it was, and make the burden less stressful of him." And I'm just thinking that, hey, the man is always needed, and the man is always associated with the word strong, like Aki was speaking on earlier. Tazadaq. So that's a strong thing. And women, you sisters, women gonna need men regardless, no matter how rough it get outside out this world. Man, women gonna need men, and I see it, and I see it like these women, they lonely. They really want a man to lay it down. They want a man to they want a man to actually give them that vein, that hard vein. They know they want that vein. Then and I just look at it, they got you know, they got a lot of, to me in the corporate world, like they got finances, all right, cool, but they ain't got no man to spend that money on. Just I'm talking about modern basics. I know Tazadaq, he got a video with statistics where man got more money than a woman. I was trying to find that out. So if you hear me, Aki, I hope you can help me find that video when you did about men having more finances than women. Moreover, what I was saying was like, just modern days, like women want a man, but like they wanna just use him, like they just want a man to, you know, lay the pipe down, get that hard vein going on, lay the pipe down, keep it moving. They ain't looking at no long-term relationship when stuff really hit the fan and when it get rough outside. They don't know about that everlasting love. So these women nowadays, like Ice Spice, Spice and Ice, whatever, the woman with the orange hair, all these women that you know, gorilla, like all these women, they not even sustainable. They like microwave women. Yeah, and it's sad that, and it comes to the feminizing men, like the basketball player from Golden State, man, this dude spent $500,000 on this woman with the orange hair, and I'm like, why you do that? That was, you know what I'm saying, that was quite ridiculous. So yeah, there's a lot of feminism going on, and then we always had this conversation where, hey, well, Tazadaq brought it out, you know, get light bulbs to brothers and sisters, like, hey, if men is feminine is no good, then the mother is responsible for raising this male child. So it's like a double standard, and that feminism come out, man, and you gotta, you know, blame the women for that. For this generation now, there's some women back in the day now that raised men to be strong. There's some head busters. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all women raise punks, raise no chumps. There's some men out here, hey, they'll go hard on anybody or anything when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? But now, just, man, the generation my brother Benaiah come from, I keep stay focused out there. Man, them dudes horrible out there. Like, if you play basketball with them, Benaiah, I was playing basketball, right? I was at a park. man, them dudes. I'm a physical individual, Benai. Man, I'm throwing like y'all play physical. Man, you fouling me. Why you fouling? I'm like, man, y'all some punks, man. Like, man, like this ain't 2K. Like, this is real street ball out here. Y'all crying about a little tap. Like, man, you fouling me. I'm like, man, I can't even play defense. Like, you fouling right, Benai. Man, they going straight to the automobile, pulling out their pistol and start dumping. So I'm like, yo, instead of me, you know what I mean, going hard, I'm just gonna pull off, lead. Yeah, man, your generation will, your generation crazy, but now be safe, IQ.
Come on. It'd be like that a lot though. They had a couple shootouts at this park downtown. I used to play at. For a game of basketball, man.
The only thing that could stop that kind of shootout, man, is David coming to a pool party with a pair of Speedos on, with 2 platform ribbons in his hand. Imagine that.
Now you can stop me. Oh, wait.
And he's talking all that crazy stuff, man.
Oh, man.
That can't stop anything. Nothing can.
Salaki King. The only way gonna stop Elder David from getting with that bottle, the Kahano had to get an outhouse, you know what I'm saying, or a pool house, and David gonna have to live there. So whereas though you could be constantly, you know what I'm saying, on his line like that. That's the only way I see him stopping. Or the Most High himself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Howard Shah himself gonna come down and like, look, stop. Other than that, yeah, he gotta be next door to you. You know what I mean, King? You gotta get him a domicile next to you or something. That's the only way I see him stopping.
Hey,
He's in the background.
let me tell you something.
Calm down.
He be showing off, man. Now you could stop me. Wait, I'm lying.
I'll wait.
Bring it out. Bring it out. He be going in, like, for real. Like, matter of fact, you know, it's going to take for us to get a gated, most of when we get our gated community soon, and he going to be there, and we going to have to be this on his line every day. Like, what's up? For real, taking them to the gym with us, everything. It got to be that kind of situation for him to stop, because that's the one I feel as though, because when he with the brotherhood, he don't do that. You know, at least not in our presence anyway.
Yeah. But David outlasts a lot of them, though, huh?
Kahan. Absolutely.
Still standing.
And what Nicolas Cage at?
Oh man, Nicolas Cage.
Huh? Oh, you sent them back to Neander Valley.
It's a goddamn shame what happened to Esau.
Man, in love is psychosis, man. I'm telling you, man.
Don't do it.
They booed up, boy.
Calm. When you spoke on that, it was like, wow, you can't do nothing but reflect. I remember being simped up like that, brother. I mean, one time Eve had me in her hallway, beloved, in her hallway, sitting at her door, like, and she know I'm out there and would not let me in, King.
Wow.
Just sitting there, I'm talking about I fell asleep outside the door, King. I was really like, wow.
I can't feel
Gone crazy. I was like, that was so disrespectful to me and my man. It was like, what? And I reflect on that, like, wow, I really did that. That was crazy. Sitting outside the Eve rest. Yo, I know you in the house. Now why you not coming to the door? What? All the way bugged out. For real.
And you know what's crazy, huh? A lot of chicks be following me on the social media. They don't pop up overhead, you know what I mean? When they get cut. A lot of them, TikTok, IG. Yeah. Watching the videos over there, only, one or two of them are spaz, but for the most part, most of them be agreeing. Because they already, they experienced that life. They experienced that life.
Calm.
Be a higher percentage of them, like, listening on TikTok, man, IG. Liking videos and all that. Come and talk about it.
Calm. They definitely be out there. I think that they just worried about they overstand, like you can't refute the scriptures. And you can't refute the actual facts that's living in your face, that's actually manifested itself in front of your face. You can't dispute it. So and then when you come at them with logic and clear understanding, it's like, why would you deny yourself something that's ordained by the Creator? Like, you know what? If you can't take the scriptures out of it, but just for a second, look at everything around you, the origin of it. I guarantee you, everything that's around you, you know what I'm saying? 99.9% of everything around you was created by man. Period. And that's it. And that's all. And a lot of these Eves, they just want that, I'm gonna say, masculine security. Because when you was in that relationship, I know the Kahan can relate to it.
Slipping out there is these born again for JJs, born again vaginas, Bob. So the woman, she may even have human life come through that, Bob. But then all of a sudden, she's going back into celibacy and say, yo, I'm keeping myself with so-and-so. Yo, my man, yo, you can't do that. You cannot replace your hymen. You see, there's no such thing as a traditional woman anymore, man, because a traditional woman had to be a virgin. And if she wasn't a virgin, the man could, like, get his dowry back. What? You understand what I'm talking about? Because you had to be a virgin for a man to take their hand in marriage, man. Today, man, you'll change, man. And I'm telling you, dudes, you need to man up and wise up, man, and heed the knowledge that I'm saying. You're the prize. You're a king, man. So start acting like peace, two fingers. I'm going to put this out here, and I'm going to leave that in the air. One of the things I want to talk about to you guys that's, you slipping out there is these born-again for JJs, born-again vaginas, Bob. So the woman, she may even have human life come through that, Bob. But then all of a sudden, she's going.
Let's see. It's not the profile I thought it was.
You just sent me one today off IG.
Yeah. Different profile.
That's what it was off of IG. I haven't been on TikTok in a minute.
Now it was on here also. It's on here. There are two profiles over here. Up. That's how they was hating on the kid, man. And switch it up. The other one's that Tazadaq. Come on. I'm gonna switch it over here though. Yeah, man. Joint. Remember which joint it was.
Kahan, I see you, King. I see you.
Kahan.
Cancel all the plans, huh? She gonna cancel all the plans, huh?
What's up? Right here?
Yeah, I caught that message from the Red talking about I'll cancel all the plans just to see you if you want to see me. No, that message wasn't for you.
Well, I didn't see it. What was it?
It was a message said I will cancel all my plans if you want to see me.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't pay no attention to that. Huh?
Yeah, it was a rap. I thought you saw it on something. Yeah.
No, I didn't see that. I go and post and leave up. We can work with him. You know what I mean?
Calm.
You didn't even see that. So you paid attention to that. I don't even pay attention to stuff like that when we do.
Yeah, it was on the screen. I got my screen blew up, so it wasn't small. So when you were scrolling through, when you was getting off your account before you got out, that was one of the messages when that popped up.
On what?
What was that he was just on, brothers?
IG or
you was on one of them. I just saw the message and read it.
I didn't see that. I just saw the video that was playing.
Huh?
I just saw the video that was playing.
No, after he was going through the videos when he was going before he went all the way out of the account. I saw the message. It was big on the screen. It might have been IG, if I'm not mistaken.
Someone's going some bread or something, don't they, man? What is that? Come on, man.
Let's say out.
Headphones.
Like someone's going to some bread or something, man.
You say somebody leaves some bread? Would you say again, King? I couldn't catch that first part.
Just heard someone rattle or something, man.
Oh, okay.
Hey, excuse me, brothers. I want to bring out this precept. This Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by that name to take away our reproach.
Calm.
That's coming soon.
And if they go digital, that can happen very soon.
They was saying something about they're supposed to be happening sooner than later.
Who said something about digital?
Me, Sequoia.
That's the point. Hey, you ain't lying now, Key. That's my whole purpose of bringing that precept out too. When that currency drop, and all this meat, the meat being shot up by MRNs, all this stuff going on, the United States debt clock going up, student loans, all types of stuff going on, and they're gonna need a man to judge that hour. Like when women get in distress, they really need a man. They're like I don't understand the way when women get distressed, they call another woman that's going through much is the same thing or much worse than them. They gonna want that strong man to get them through them days, and that day gonna happen when that day gonna happen when the food is not tasteful, the clothes, the apparel, all this other stuff. Like, man, it's gonna hit the fan. Y'all gonna need a strong man beside you when it hit the fan.
Khan, I was talking to one of the brothers at work, and he got like 10 acres, but I was breaking down how, based on what I learned from Kahan, like that pretty much, I'm like, bro, if you paying land taxes, you don't own that. Like you got a license, you register your vehicle to the state, you don't own that. So his wife that he been married to for 20 years, I'm like, bro, let's be realistic. In the event that the market crash, everything go up, your wife gonna go into distress, and you gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to have a certain standard and a certain status to be ahead of everybody else. And if she don't see that, she might leave you. It's just the reality. And the way I was breaking it down, he was like, dang, I don't know exactly everything you're saying, but by the way you breaking it down in detail, like even, breaking down to him 28 United States Code 3215A, U.S. is a federal corporation and all of that. The 1933 Emergency Banking Act, I was breaking all that stuff down to him. He was like, damn, like, where you learn this from? And I was trying to tell him, like, it's a lot of people, they think they got businesses and they got all this fiat coming in, but nobody owns nothing. Nobody really has land. You know what I'm saying? They still got somebody gripping their income. They got overseers. They got people that control them. And he was like, damn, so you telling me all this 10 acres I got, you know what I'm saying, it ain't really my property? I was like, well, don't pay your land taxes and see. You know what I'm saying? They'll take it from you. He was like, man, whoever you learning that from, I got to get that info, because he got he's so-called Puerto Rican. His mother helped him with his business, and she got multiple businesses. And I'm like, bro, you got daughters, like, you got to secure the bag, bro. You got to secure that. Because I said, like, yo, when I take off and I get to where status wise where I need to be in life, bro, I said I'm gonna keep it real. Like, you cool and all, but bro, I can't be hanging around certain people after that. Like, you don't have to try to learn this, or it's gonna be really a high and by. And he was like, you know what, I can respect that, I can get down with that. But that's just the situation. That's the reality of it. People living day to day, let's work like a slave, get off work, go to the club, do it all over again, barely living. So that's one thing that always keep me on my toes, is like just seeing the situation, this country, and like, it's crazy. It can happen anytime. And the best thing you can have for yourself is this info. Because like I say, you will no longer be looked at as a statutory citizen. First in line, first in time. The whole system will look at you different. You move different. You'll be out of the matrix, and everybody else, eventually, when they see how you move, they're gonna flock to you. So yeah, man.
Khan, you hit it. You hit it. And to make it real simple to everyone that's listening, to my brothers, it's real simple, right? We're a community with a phenomenal, raw, actual, factual pipeline of knowledge. All of us buckle down, humble ourselves, study together as a classroom, build together as a true brotherhood, that we definitely are the foundation for our we're the support for the foundation that our Kahan has laid out, because he's there. The only thing he's missing is the elite few around him, and build around that, and then some, and then some. You know what I'm saying? We overstand this de facto. We're not trying to cause any discord. We're not trying to disrupt anything within commerce. We actually operate in commerce, but we operate as the royalty that we are. That's it, and that's all. No one has a title over you, I man. You and I are equal under all law, period. You know, as the brother said, first in line, first in time has the claim to that which was we created from the origin of. Period. No one has dominion over us. No one. We have the rock in us, the spirit of the Most High in us. So we are actually the little G's moving about, because without energy, we create much energy. We manifest things around us because the Most High allowed us to do so. We create and manifest every single day. I am the I am. We are, which is always will be, which is the creator. It's in us. Our energy doesn't die. When you feel that wind in the air, it doesn't die, because you always feel it regardless. Speed up, you feel it.
Crazy when you said that, because the wind blowing real hard right when you said that. I promise you, bro.
Due to the Most High, energy is real, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I mean, to all my brothers on this platform, we have the tools. If we sit down as the classroom that we are right now, I'm basically speaking into existence, to do what we got to do, digest this right knowledge. Bro, I don't listen to nothing but great energy from our creator, from his star seed, and nothing that demonstrates pure energy, because giving my energy to anything else, I feel that discomfort when I'm around my brothers, when I'm listening to, you know what I'm saying, the Kahan, and stand in remembrance when you put your zits on, you know what I'm saying? That's that energy that you're walking with, because you know you're doing it for a purpose. You're doing it for overstanding. You know what I'm saying? To get closer to the creator. Stay amongst that energy that you're going to mimic and duplicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, stand around our Kahan, we have no choice but to manifest and mimic that which is that we look up to. You know what I'm saying? That we seek for knowledge. You know what I mean? Period. You know what I'm saying? We got to our level in life by teachers teaching us how to add, you know what I'm saying, read and subtract, things of that nature. So we mimic that. So we're getting raw, uncut, multiplied, intensified, raw knowledge, raw education from a wonderful teacher. You know what I'm saying? So we have no choice. You know, I didn't think about, oh, you know what, this is what I'm going to build on when the Kahan laid a fat platform out. The Most High spoke that into existence. And that's just what it is. With that, I yield.
Yeah, I'm about to shut this down. It's about 11:04, man.
Calm.
Yeah. Gonna turn it in, man. And shout out to David, man. We're gonna say Shabbat Shalom, man.
Shabbat Shalom.